Oh, hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak, and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. Home cooking is similar to everything else in our life. Consistency is important. My friend Dan told me that sometimes when he runs out of his advanced prepping, he will start to eat fast and processed food. He said that once he broke his routine, he had a hard time getting back on track again. He said that he was surprised how much damage that fast and processed food could do in just a few days. And therefore, he started to build a contingency plan on the days when he runs out of his advanced prepping. And he said that frozen vegetable was an excellent plan B. And I could not agree with him more because I use the same strategy. And I always have some frozen vegetables in my freezer. Frozen vegetables can be used in many different types of dishes. The most versatile frozen vegetable is this mixed vegetables. It contains corn, green beans, carrot, and peas. And they are inexpensive. A 12-ounce package like this one, which I purchased from the Aldi grocery store, is less than $1. And I usually have at least 2 packages in my freezer. Corn is the other frozen vegetables that I have in my freezer. Even though the frozen mixed vegetables already have corn in it, but I prefer in some dishes to add additional corn. I prefer the sweet corn version as shown here. They usually provide better flavor and they also more tender. The third frozen vegetable that I always have in my freezer is shelled edamame. Edamame is another term for soybean. You can buy edamame in a shelled or they are already been shelled. You want to buy the one that is already shelled because that is better for stir frying. Edamame has become increasingly popular for add to salads. But it is also great for stir frying. The edamame that I purchased is from Walmart. You will find them in the frozen food section. As in the case of any other beans, edamame is rich in protein. So normally when I use the frozen vegetable for stir frying, I will create a medley. In here, I will have 5 different kinds of vegetables that includes carrot, green beans, peas, sweet corn, and edamame. I frequently adjust the ratio of the ingredients depending on the dish that I am cooking. Okay, first I'm going to show you how to cook an egg dish with frozen vegetables that takes only about 3 to 4 minutes. I cook this in my Cuisinart 14-inch stainless steel wok. Of course, you can cook it in any wok or in a frying pan. I first season the wok with my Spot seasoning method to create a non-stick cooked surface. I'm going to cook this dish with 6 eggs. And to save time, I just crack the egg directly into a container without beating them up. That's another reason that I cook the egg the way as it is, because this will give better texture to the egg with the separation of the egg yolk and the egg white. I season the egg with 1 teaspoon of garlic pepper as well as 1 teaspoon of my basic seasoning mix. I added about 1 cup of frozen vegetable mix when the egg is about 50% cooked. I do not thaw out the frozen vegetable mix in advance. They go directly from the freezer to the wok. The frozen vegetables are pre-cooked and all I have to do is to warm them up. I let them thaw in the wok as I continue cooking the eggs. I discovered this method of cooking is probably the best to maintain the texture of the frozen vegetables. I found out that if I thaw them in advance, they tend to become too soggy. This dish is frequently known as scrambled. It is a cross between a scrambled egg and an omelette. And my friend Dan cooks this dish often, particularly when he is in a hurry. And this is a great way to use frozen vegetables. All you have to do is to break up some egg and take some frozen vegetables from the freezer. And you can literally have this dish ready in a matter of minutes. This dish is a great alternative to fast and processed food when you want the convenience. And of course, you can use different kinds of frozen vegetables as well, as long as they are relatively small in size, so they will fit into a stir-fry egg dish like this. And you can vary the ratios of the frozen vegetables in the dish, depending on your personal preference. For example, I really like sweet corns, so I usually put in a bigger share of that. And to garnish the dish, here I use a little bit of oyster sauce. And this will give an Asian flavor. But if you like to have more of a breakfast flavor, you can add some Parmesan cheese. The next dish I'm going to demonstrate is a stir-fry chicken dish with frozen vegetables. In this case, I'm going to first shallow fry the chicken. I cook the chicken in advance with cornstarch and also with some seasonings. I cook this in my Cucina 14-inch stainless steel wok. I used a pair of tongs to spread out the chicken on the surface of the wok. I fry the chicken on one side first to give a crispy texture before I turn it over to fry the other side. I use a wok here, but you can use a frying pan as well. It takes about 2 minutes to shallow fry the chicken. And then I add the frozen vegetable again directly from the freezer to the wok. By now the chicken is about 90% cooked. I use the wok spatula to stir fry everything together. This will thaw out the frozen vegetable and bring them to the temperature of the dish. It is much better to add the frozen vegetable directly from the freezer to the wok. This will best maintain the texture of the frozen vegetable without them becoming too soggy. I discovered that if I thaw out the frozen vegetable first before adding them to the wok, after I cook them, they tend to be way too soft. For this dish, I like to have more edamame than the dish with the eggs. This is the beauty of template-based cooking. Basically, you use the template and you can make minor modifications and adjustments. I'm going to season this dish with approximately 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce. This is followed by 1 tablespoon of hoisin sauce. Because I like this dish slightly spicy, so I add another 1 teaspoon of a hot chili in oil sauce. As you can see here, the dish is very fast to cook. It takes only about 5 minutes. And of course, you can adjust the seasoning based on your preference. And this is the essence of flavor chasing. And my friend Cynthia told me that she cooked with frozen vegetable often during her daughter's tennis season. They usually came home late in the evening. After they arrive home, they can put a meal together for 4 in less than 20 minutes. While they're waiting for the chicken to be full, they will cook the egg and vegetable dish. And they often cook these 2 dishes together, and most of the time, in addition to these 2 dishes, they will also eat a romaine lettuce with cucumbers, which is also another one of their family favorite. So as you can see here, the frozen vegetable is very versatile. You can use it like Dan is using it as a plan B when he ran out of his regular advanced prep. In the case of Cynthia, she used the frozen vegetable simply to save time. The chicken and frozen vegetable dish definitely are far more superior both in flavor as well in nutrition than fast and processed food. And even though you use the frozen vegetable for the egg dish as well, they actually behave like two entirely different dishes. I post a video each day to help people to make home cooking as part of daily routine using my fast cooking system. This home cooking system is practical, efficient, creative, and fun. If you'd like to learn more about this cooking system, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. So keep on cooking. I will see you tomorrow.